Today we're making a little surf and turf with a green bean salad. Sometimes you just need to get a little fancy. Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome back to Dinner and Aside. We're here to help you level up your cooking with restaurant quality meals you can make at home. All right, so let's get started on the turf part of today's dinner. I am cooking 4 top sirloin steaks. The cut doesn't really matter, you can cook whatever you like, but I like the steaks to be just a little bit thick. So a filet mignon would be great, or if that's too expensive, I think these top sirloin steaks are great. The cooking time is the only thing that's gonna change. I just grabbed these steaks from the fridge yesterday. I patted them dry and I seasoned them with some salt and pepper so they could get a good dry brine in the fridge. You wanna leave them uncovered and ideally for a couple of hours at least, or overnight's always better. And this will help the exterior dry out and you'll get a better sear when you're grilling them. Now I'm just gonna set them aside for a little bit so they can come up to room temperature while I make the garlic butter. We've made a lot of sauces on this show, but let me tell you, today's garlic butter sauce is insane. Trust me, you're gonna wanna drink this sauce. I've seen it called oh my sauce because that's what you're gonna say when you taste it. There are 6 ingredients: melted butter, horseradish, Dijon mustard, chives, garlic, and rosemary. Maybe a little salt and pepper too. Whisk that up a little bit. Oh, it smells so awesome. We're gonna just set this aside for a little bit so that it can meld the flavors and so that it can get a little bit thicker. So while that's setting there, I'm gonna get started on the shrimp. So these are 8-10 shrimp, so they're pretty large. And these come with the shells mostly off and the tails on. So I'm just gonna peel the rest of the shell off, but I'm gonna leave the tails on because that's a nice dramatic look for your shrimp. And these shrimp have also already been cleaned. I think that saves a little bit of time as well. Nobody wants to sit here cleaning shrimp. Okay, now that that's done, we can skewer the shrimp. And I'm just gonna put 2 on each steak. So you wanna get a nice firm skewer that is kind of flat so the shrimp doesn't move while it's cooking. And you can just stick it right through each shrimp. I like using jumbo shrimp so they don't dry out on the grill. Also, they look pretty dramatic, don't they? And I think dinner needs a little drama once in a while, don't you? Absolutely. Give me dramatic food any day. Now, dramatic dinner guests. While Laura is getting her surf and turf ready, I'm gonna start on the salad. You know, this salad is really great for green beans straight out of your garden. Just a quick 2 to 3 minute boil here, then straight into an ice bath so they stay crisp and bright green. While the beans are cooling, we need to mix up our dressing. And I've got my trusty jar for that. The dressing is olive oil, lemon juice, red wine vinegar, garlic, Dijon, salt and pepper. Then shake that all up. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the fridge just for a few minutes while Laura does the grilling. Isn't it an absolutely gorgeous day for grilling? I'm gonna get this heated up. Okay, the grill is preheated to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got the steaks back here on the upper rack. I'm just gonna let them cook back there slowly for about 8 to 10 minutes until it reaches about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's gonna take just a few minutes, so I'm gonna go grab a glass of wine while I wait. I'm ahead of you on that one. Okay, the steaks are at temp now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove them from back here. And then I'm just gonna heat up the grill to 400 degrees so that we can get a good sear on these steaks. And we are ready. Yes, we are. Okay, I've got it at about 430 degrees. That's gonna give it a nice sear. So let's just pop these guys back on there. Okay, and we're just gonna give them about a minute or 2 per side. Not long, just so they get a good sear. These are just about done, so I'm gonna baste them with some of that magic sauce to give them maximum flavor. Now for the shrimp. Give the grates just a quick grease so that the shrimp doesn't stick. Then throw on those skewers. I'm just grilling them for about 2 minutes. They're gonna cook really fast. So don't walk away here or you'll be having shrimp jerky for dinner. Okay, looks like the shrimp is done, so let's get these on the plate. All right, the green beans are cool, crisp, and dry. They're ready to go into a bowl with the cherry tomatoes and the chickpeas. By the way, these chickpeas are shelled, which is optional, but makes the texture so much better. Pour on that lemony dressing and give everything a good toss. I'm also adding in some feta and mixing the salad just enough to coat it. I'm finishing it off with a bunch of fresh dill. This is one of those herbs people either love or hate, but I think it makes this salad really pop. Well, this is pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna sprinkle it with some flake salt and a little black pepper, and then we'll just let it sit here and marinate until Laura's finished plating up the steak. All right, the steak is rested, the shrimp is cooked, and the sauce is waiting in the wings. Now we stack. One skewer right on top of each fillet. Drizzle on a little of that sauce, and that's it. If you loved this dinner idea, why not watch another? Just click a video on the right.